It's the biggest mob, Key the Kid, and welcome back to my channel, No Label the Label. If you like Paul like I love Paul, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and turn your post notification bell so you won't miss any other videos I have on Power. Power Book 2 Ghost premieres June 7th, Part 1, and the Part 2 finale premieres September 6th. Normally, I do not do theories and predictions, but I just been thinking, why not? I recently dropped the episode titles for the first 5 episodes. So if you missed that, be sure to click the link in the description entitled Ghost Season 4. It will be in the playlist with everything I have thus far on Ghost Season 4. Now, I will be breaking down on what I think the episodes will be about based on the title. Now, in the past of Power Book 2 Ghosts, the titles have been based off of his class, off of schooling, but at the end of Season 3, when Tariq and Uncle Tommy was having a conversation, he told him that, "You think I can't handle a war by myself, Uncle Tommy?" And Uncle Tommy said, "I know you can't ride one out of the back of a classroom." Ghost tried tried two worlds, tried to live with two worlds, and it didn't work for him. And Tariq said, "What if I'm all in?" But more than likely, Tariq will probably still be at Stansfield to obtain his trust. Simon Stern may pop in and come back in Season 4. Who knows? Episode 1, I Don't Die Easy. Now, I don't want to spend too much time talking about this episode because, who can't figure this episode out? We left off with Monet getting shot and Tariq and them getting shot at. So I know this will most definitely be surrounded around Monet. From the teaser, we see that Monet is fine, so it will be a time lapse of some sort. Maybe I Don't Die Easy can also be referring to Sax. He left that hard drive for Junior. Episode 2, To Thine Own Self. Now, in this episode, I feel like everybody will figure out who they really are, you know what I'm saying? And become loyal to their own cause. Everybody's in it to win it for something, and I feel like everybody will figure out who they are and become loyal to their own cause. In this episode, I can see Effie messing up, trying to be loyal to her own cause, and it comes back to bite her in the butt because we know she's Noma's right-hand man right now. At the end of Season 3, she gained a position working close beside Noma with a future together with her because she gave her the information that Tariq was looking for her daughter. Maybe Noma finds out that Effie was involved with the original plan and, just stops working with her because the description says that Kane gets a position with Noma or something along those lines. You see what I'm saying? So in episode 2, Thine Own Self, I feel like everybody will figure out who they are in this game and, be loyal to their own cause, especially Davis because, he is facing disbarment and now he will be, going more towards the criminal side of his business. So I feel like this episode will be leaning more towards that direction about Davis as well. Now, episode 3 is titled Birthright. Now, aside of Tariq, about this episode being about Tariq and his inheritance and who he really is, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this episode will be about Kane as well because, Lorenzo was the top dog. And it's Kane's birthright to be top dog. You see what I'm saying? So in episode 2, if I'm correct, if Effie slips up and messes up, I can see Kane starting to get closer with and to Noma. You know what I'm saying? Because the description says he's supposed to be, building a relationship with her. You know what I'm saying? So this episode, he could be, stepping into his birthright. Brayden, he could have trouble with his family. You see what I'm saying? And they still want him to do the right thing and leave that life behind. You know what I'm saying? Step into his real birthright. But he is rebellious. So I feel like this is where Brayden will start messing off with that reckless lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? To, play on that birthright title. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always the opposite with Brayden. You see what I'm saying? And we also may be introduced into Anya in this episode since, Birthright, what all they got going on with Noma's daughter. That's something to look forward to, hopefully. Now, in episode 4, The Reckoning, I feel this will be the episode where Monet finds out the truth that 2 of her own kids set her up to die. Drew and Diana. I believe in this episode she will find out that they was behind the shooting and that it was supposed to be Tariq, but Tariq's mother ended up, intercepting. I don't know if she will find out all of that, but I feel like she will find out that her kids had something to do with her getting shot. If not that, I believe Tariq will find out that it was Diana that gave Kate the letter that Sex left with information pertaining Tasha's whereabouts. I believe Tariq could find out that information as well. Or push comes to shove, it's an episode surrounded about nothing but money paying up. But I'm really leaning towards more of the first information that I said, my first theory. So I believe that that's what episode 4 will be mainly about. Last but not least, episode 5. Episode 5 is titled Ego Death. In this episode, in episode 5, I believe Tariq will be battling with his thoughts mainly, because it says that Brayden has been flirting with this reckless lifestyle. So I believe Tariq will be thinking like maybe, there's maybe not enough for 2 people to be at the top. You see what I'm saying? Maybe Brayden is dibbling and dabbling with drugs or hitting various amounts of licks, you know what I'm saying? Because an ego death can happen with drug usage, so maybe that's what's going on. Or it could be centered around Davis McQueen, you know what I'm saying, about him not knowing who he is, dealing with, dabbling with the crime side of his business, you know what I'm saying, because he is facing disbarment. So I'm really leaning more towards the episode 5 being centered around Brayden and Davis McQueen, because it says Brayden is flirting with a dangerous lifestyle and Tariq doesn't know what to do about that and if he can handle that for the most part. But looks like we're out of time for today's video. If you like today's video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe. Turn your post notification bell so you won't miss any other videos I have on Power. It's the My Biggest Mouth Key the Kid. Vrr.